Good morning, everyone. Ethan Steeper here with Steeper Weather Forecasting. We're going to talk a little bit about today. We're going to look a little long range, kind of see what we can expect in the next few days as our next tropical system moves up through the area. Hurricane Beryl, or the remnants of Hurricane Beryl, will move up through the area, say Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday. That's what you see. All the green shaded areas right now are under a flood watch rather, through the next couple days as the remnants of Hurricane Beryl and the moisture of that begins to move our direction. If I pull up the storm projection, the storm path, notice the hurricane or the remnants of said hurricane will pass just off to our south and to our east, clipping some of our southern counties as it does that. This blue dot down around Carbondale is forecast for Wednesday morning at about 1 a.m. And then just northeast of Indianapolis will be by about 1 p.m. So the center of the low pressure will move in throughout the day on Wednesday. However, starting tomorrow, starting Tuesday, we will start to see some of the effects of Beryl. So if we dive on in, first off, up on your screen is the hazards map again. Notice all of this green shaded area are those flood watches that are in effect because of Beryl. So this encompasses a wide area stretching from northeastern Texas clear through up in our neck of the woods. I've got three different forecast models. We're going to kind of time out what we think Beryl is going to look like as it moves through the area. So as we go through the morning hours today, notice everything looks good. May see some chances of showers and thunderstorms start to increase a little bit as we go towards the evening hours tonight. Nothing really looks to be severe out of this, but we'll keep an eye on it. Everything should, however, just be showers and thunderstorms. This is for 6 p.m. tonight. This is on the HRRR, suggesting maybe a couple showers, maybe an embedded thunderstorm or two off to our west. Rain increases as we go into the overnight hours. Here's 1 a.m. Notice rain starting to filter into the area. It picks up significantly as we go into the day on Tuesday. Here's now 10 a.m. on Tuesday. Notice that rain shield is starting to move in with down here in Arkansas is the actual center of that low pressure. And as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours on Tuesday, rain picks up in intensity and in coverage. And as we go to midnight on Tuesday night, notice the center of the low is tracking just about to Carbondale on its way to the northeast. Another model, this is the 3-kilometer NAM. This is another high-res American model. It gives us a little bit longer range picture and a little bit of a different picture. So again, as we go through the morning hours and the afternoon today, it also suggests maybe a couple showers and thunderstorms for 5 p.m. this afternoon. Maybe a couple showers and embedded thunderstorms across the area, but nothing really to worry about. As we go into the morning hours on Tuesday, notice here's 10 a.m. It's a little bit slower with the progression of Beryl, so it doesn't bring the showers and the intensity in quite as quick. But notice by the afternoon on Tuesday, it does begin to fill in, stopping here at 8 p.m. Tuesday evening. We got a pretty good coverage of some showers and some heavier showers and thunderstorms along and south of Route 50 in particular. Something we will have to watch with this, as the track has kind of wobbled back and forth from the north to the south. There will probably be a little bit of a severe weather component on the south side of the track, depending upon how that track lays. As it lays right now, that severe weather threat should stay well off to our south and east, say closer to the Evansville, down to Paducah, Kentucky area. However, if we do see it wobble back to the north, that will be something we have to talk about Tuesday evening on into the early hours of Wednesday morning. Again, not a big severe weather threat out of this, but there will be enough spin in the atmosphere and a little bit of instability with it to maybe spark off a few severe storms. But again, that severe weather threat right now stays off to our south and to our east. So as we continue on, again, 8 p.m. Tuesday evening, that the storm continues to move through. And really by Wednesday morning, most of the most of the remnants that we have around left are just some wraparound showers and thunderstorms, wraparound showers really, in association with that moisture. This is 7 a.m. on Wednesday morning, and notice the big bulk of the rain is off to our north and to our east, and it clears out as we go later on into the day. Last one we got for you, this is the Canadian model, just paints a little bit of a different picture. This is by far the most southern track that the forecast models are kind of offering right now. Again, it shows as we go into the evening hours overnight and on into the morning hours on Tuesday, here 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. Notice it keeps Beryl well off to our south. And as we go throughout the evening hours, here's 7 p.m. on Tuesday, again, rain starts to filter into the area, and it moves it all out of here by early Wednesday morning. But notice it kind of weakens Beryl as it moves across the area. It accounts for Beryl being a lot weaker than what some of the other models are saying. So again, you kind of get the picture. Dry throughout the day today. Beryl begins to move in on overnight, and especially on into the day tomorrow, and it'll move out pretty well by Wednesday morning. It'll be off to our north and to our east. Like I did mention earlier, there is a really low-end severe chance on Tuesday. Again, we're in the very cusp of the marginal risk. If anything changes, I'll be sure to let you know. But again, as the track stands right now, looks like mainly a rain event for that. The Colorado State machine learning probabilities also suggest the same thing. Nothing really to be concerned about there. Rainfall does look to be pretty good out of this system. We're going to look at each of the three forecast models that we just looked at. We're going to look at their data outputs for what they suggest rainfall will be, and then we'll look at a combined ensemble forecast to kind of average them all out. So first one up, this is the HRRR. Now granted, this one did not see all the way through the event. The forecast time didn't quite reach the entirety of the rain event, but notice it's already suggesting 1.5 to 2 inches, maybe 3 inches in some spots across the area. With that, the 3 kilometer NAM suggests much of the same, 1 to 2 inches, very common as rainfall amounts across the area, maybe hinting at some higher amounts, pushing 3 to 4 inches along and south of Route 50. And finally, the Canadian model, again, with that lower track, or with that southern track, keeps some of the heavier totals down to the south along the Ohio River, but still keeps us generally in that 1 to 1.5 inch range with some isolated 2 inch plus amounts scattered throughout the area. The ensemble forecast suggests much of the same, around 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Looks to be pretty common across the area. The flood watch is out for the potential of more than 3 inches of rain. So that's kind of what the National Weather Service is seeing with that. So we'll keep tabs on it, especially once we can kind of nail down where the track of this storm will go. We can hopefully nail down a little bit better on what those rainfall totals will come out to be. But again, our current thinking right now is anyone in this green shaded area, so that's most of our southern counties along and south of I-70, do have the best chance for seeing some heavier rain out of this. Again, looking, my best estimate probably leans with something in between where the 3 kilometer NAM and the Canadian model shake up. Somewhere in the around 2 inch range, I think will be pretty common across the area. We could see some isolated 3 inch amounts. We'll just have to wait and see on that. Last thing we'll leave you with is the Climate Prediction Center forecast. This is the 6 to 10 day temperature probability. This takes us through the middle of the month. July 13 to 17 already. We're looking for well above average temperatures as we go into this upcoming weekend and into next week. 8 to 14 days suggests much of the same. This is July 15 to 21, a little slightly cooler as we go. That longer range precip stays above average as well. Again, here's the 6 to 10 day, and the 8 to 14 day we stay just above average. So again, Track of Beryl looks like it'll track just off to our south, which will keep us in a little bit of the heavier rain. Rainfall totals look to be between probably 2 and 3 inches across the area. Best timing for when we will see this come up is really late this evening on into the overnight hours tonight through the day on Tuesday, and it'll start working its way out of the area by Wednesday morning. So stay tuned to the Facebook page for further updates. If anything changes, I will be sure to let you know.